All right, we're back, everybody, here at GAMA. We're live from Las Vegas. This is Game Trade Media. I'm your host, Rick. We've got Tony from Arcane Wonders.
Hey.
Pleasure having you, Tony.
Pleasure being here.
Yeah, so as we've been doing, we're showing off new stuff coming out of all the different publishers, and you have Spoils of War.
Yes.
Tell us about this.
Okay, so Spoils of War is the first Arcane Wonders game that is just Arcane Wonders. Like,
okay.
We have the Dice Tower Essentials line,
right,
which is a partnership with Tom Vassell,
okay.
Dice Tower, that we put out a line of games that he thinks are essential to gamers' collections. But other than Mage Wars, which we started our company with, this is the first one that we haven't had any associations. It's designed by our owner, Brian Pope, and his friend Dr. Jason Medina. And so basically, the premise of the game is you are Viking warlords who have just returned from raid.
Okay.
We just sacked a village, looted it, and now we have amassed a pile of treasures.
Nice.
So essentially what you're doing is the game is based on set collection. It's 3 to 5 players. We're just going to run through like an example of a round with 2.
Absolutely.
But I just performed the first round of the step, or the first step of the game round. It's the treasure setup.
Okay.
So we've set up the treasure, and now we just jump right in. So the second step is you roll the dice. Okay. So we're both taking
at the same time.
Yeah, same time. We're taking our dice cup filled with our dice, shaking it, and putting it down.
Well, dang it. All right, got it.
Okay. Now, what we're doing with this is we're going to be peeking at our own dice.
All right.
And in a liar's dice and or pirate's dice fashion mechanic, we are going to bid.
Okay.
So I'm going to bid if you're not familiar with that mechanic, you are bidding a quantity of dice and a face. So I'm going to say something like, I believe that there are 5 ones. So I believe that of our collective dice, 5 of them are one-sided. It's face up. So then you would then have to look at your dice and go, well, I believe that there are either 5 2s, 3s, 4s, 5, 6, or go up to 6s or 7s. You can skip as well. So.
Or you can go from 1s to 6s immediately.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
So basically, go ahead and.
All right.
What do you think?
I think that there are 5 4s.
And I am going to challenge you.
Okay.
Now, see, this is so. What would happen is in the game's 3 to 5 players, and bidding would go on in the step 3. Step 3 is bidding. Then 4 is place bets, and we'll get there. So what ends up happening is until someone challenges, then the person who was challenged becomes the declarer.
Okay.
I'm the challenger. And here's where things really start to shine, is because every other player has to choose a side.
Okay.
So in this part, we're all betting. So minimum bet is 5 gold.
Okay.
Maximum bet is everything. We don't suggest that just because
it'd be a very short game.
These are your only gold.
Okay.
If you run out of gold, you don't lose, but you always choose last. And this is set collection, so you're always going to be at the last choice. So you be cautious. However, if you are going against multiple players who are bidding each other up, you can kind of sense where the bids are going to be. Right. So I challenged. You declared. Now, everyone else would choose challenge or declare on that, hold it out with their bids, with their bets. So we would be putting out a treasure amount as well. All right. We'd reveal it. Now, if there were other people, they'd have their deciding with challengers or declares, and you kind of get a feel of where you think this is going to go. But now we'd reveal the dice. All right. And I have 0 4s.
Wow.
So if you have 5 of them,
I have 1, 2. I had 2. I was really hoping that you rolled some.
So I had 0. So and of course, in a 2-player game, you're limited to information. Right. But yeah. See, I had 3. If you had challenged me on the 1s, you only had 1. It would have been I would have lost that as well. So, but I won. So I keep my gold. You would lose it. It's gone.
It just goes away. You don't get it.
It's given. No, it's not to me, but it's
given to the
bank.
All right.
I would then, as the person who say I bet the most gold, I would then pick 3 treasures.
Oh, wow.
Now, if someone else had bet higher, they would become the Viking chief, and they'd get 3 treasures.
They get the higher spoils.
Yes, they get the higher spoils. So let's say this player over here took these 3. Now, you'll notice that there's this card here that's face down. It's an artifact. So where the game is about set collection, and you win by collecting sets and getting treasure sets, this is how you win faster.
Okay.
So these are abilities that trigger. Some of them, in this case, it allows you to steal someone's bid. So if you said, I said 5 fours, you could then flip this and go, no, my bid is 5 fours, and it goes to the next person.
Okay.
So there are lots of little gotchas. There's cards that give you extra dice, so it changes the statistics and everything.
So when you have multiple players, then your bidding would be even higher. I'd be like 9 sixes based on everybody at the table.
Depending on the number of players, it goes to everyone. The number of dice are changed based on the number of players as well. So, and essentially you go through 9 rounds. So you go through 3 level 1s, 3 level 2s, and 3 level 3s. And as each round goes, the gold values of cards in the rounds go up.
Nice.
So even if you fail pretty hard early on, you won't be benefiting from collecting a number of cards for the sets, like your opponents, but you may be able to catch up on points as you go on.
Nice. Well, what I find very interesting is this. Obviously, they probably didn't want to even associate it with it or incorporate in it, but I see how this could also be a drinking game.
Yes, we've had a number of people mention that as well.
Yeah, and because I love mead.
Because there's a lot of betting and bidding and going back and forth, players challenging each other, so you could very easily incorporate.
If you lose the round, if you're the lowest bidder and you lose the round, you're the drinker.
And these are hefty cups.
They are.
So, so they're plastic.
These are nice.
You're not going to hurt these.
No. This is a very cool game, and it's a different mechanic than I've seen in a lot of things.
And we really wanted to make a game. It feels, everyone's always involved.
Right.
Everyone's always shaking the dice, going back and forth. We've had groups that sit there and be very quiet and stare each other down when they're doing. We've had people go, "Well, you're wrong because I have 3 fours," and just play with each other's heads and heckling and everything else. So depending on your play group, they're going to play this game drastically different.
That's awesome. So this is Spoils of War. When does this release?
This is releasing in June.
Okay, so for those of you out there watching, make sure you go to your local game store and pre-order this.
Yes, actually, speaking of pre-orders, I don't have it here. We actually have a pre-order special.
Okay.
If you pre-order it with your local gaming store, or if you pre-order directly from us, Arcane Wonders as well, you can do that. But we have a little gold cup that here. I'm going to grab that real quick.
Nice.
So that it's a little special pre-order prize.
Can't go wrong with that. A little extra swag makes it look a little,
So
you're the fancy.
We have the gold flecked cup that is just bling.
Yeah.
But when you're going,
and it does have gold fleck, and it's not just yellow. There is gold fleck. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's got the same heft.
Same heft, same type of cup.
Nice.
It's just a gold fleck. That's a pre-order special that we're doing, and basically limit 1 per pre-order.
Right.
One of the things also with this game is that it expands upon itself.
Okay.
So if you bought 2 of them, you could play up to 10 players.
Oh wow.
So
that's pretty cool.
Like basically, you'd have the materials to play with 10.
Very cool.
So the MSRP is $39.99.
Damn, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So there you go, guys. Go to your local game store, pre-order it, or go to arcanewonders.com.
Yes.
You can order it from them direct. Pre-order it right there. It'll be available in June. So that's pretty cool. You brought something else with you.
Yes. This is a game coming out in May. It's part of our Dice Tower Essentials line.
Okay.
It is an expansion for Onitama. So Onitama is a 2-player abstract game. We've been having great success with it. It has a play mat that lays out, and your moving your students and going back and forth. It takes about 10 minutes to play.
Oh, wow.
It's a very quick, easy game. I'll get you guys a copy to mess around with.
Perfect.
But essentially, this is what everyone has been asking about for.
Okay.
More moves.
More moves.
That's it. One of the things we've been saying is, and we've been asked is, no, this is not the same size as the Onitama box. This is its little brother to sit on its shelf beside it. But it does the same magnetic clasp opening. When you get it, it has 16 new move cards. The move cards are all different than what we previously had in the core game. So you can shuffle this deck together and play with it solely without using any of the core cards, and it's just a replacement deck.
Wow.
Or you can mix and match. Gives you just more opportunity, more moves to use in the game.
Very cool.
So,
and when is this available?
This is going to be May.
In May. Okay. Very cool. So there you guys have it. Onitama Sensei's Path, available in May. Again, go to your local game shop and let them know if you're interested in this, that you want to get it and pre-order it with them, because we want you guys to go to those local stores and support the local community and help build your gaming community, because they're the ones that are doing it for you. You know. One other thing, I showed it earlier today. You know, this is this month's GTM, which we showed earlier. Next month's, we get, like I said, we got a little advanced copy here, and inside is a gatefold ad, so you're gonna be able to see some stuff on Onitama, and then the big gatefold is Spoils of War. So you're gonna be able to see a lot of cool stuff in regards to that, get a little bit more information, and just build that excitement. Show it to your friends. Go pick this magazine up when it hits the shelves at your local game store, and show it to them. Like, we got to get this, and we can drink with it. It'll be a lot of fun. So there you have it. Again, thank you very much, Tony, for coming up.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to be back here in just a little bit with another awesome vendor showing off, publisher showing off some cool stuff, and we really appreciate it. I'm Rick.
And I'm Tony.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Thanks.